Good morning from an overcast Central California. Oh, it's so nice to see everybody or hear everybody I don't know. So nice to do a video this morning. I realize that you couldn't see me and I couldn't see you. So I was going to say it was nice to see you, but can't really see you. But it's nice to be doing a video. How's that? So I decided to go ahead and do a video because Sarah was talking about if the spine wasn't big enough. And I thought, well, I've done exactly what she said. So I thought I would show that. So originally I started out with just this cover like this. And I think I might have said that on one of my other videos. So what I did was I cut down the sides a bit just because, it was mooky. And then I decided to do a 2 1/4 inch spine. So all you do is you cut out. Now this was just a little piece of something that I had hanging around that was a thicker than normal. So I was hoping I could show you. I don't know. I've been doing so good picking my room up. It was like how you get a piece of heavier kind of cardboard stuff in. Well, okay, I'll show you here. I got stuff here. I've been cleaning my room. Remember how I'm always saying that? But yeah, so I've been picking up my room and I'm so happy. I can walk and it's mostly picked up. Of course, I got the wrong thing. I'm getting a pad of watercolor paper here. If I can find the back. So the back of the pad of watercolor, you know how it's any kind of paper really. You know how it's like a... Come on, Pam. I know we have to. I'm not on the shelf I'm looking through right now. I haven't done this one yet, so I'm sorry. Oh, here. So I have a pad of tracing paper. So this piece right here, it's like, the back of the pad that's like this thing. You can use that. This one's a very thick one. So what I did was I cut 2 1/4 inches. And then because this one's thick, you'd have to score it a little bit. Unless you wanted a flat, but it's kind of nice to have a little bit of a curve. So if you just score it a little bit down, then you can curve it a little bit. Or you can get a little bit thinner. So like I said, this is so thick. Let's see. I know I'm not. I should have showed you online, but I just thought, I just dropped some. Oh, you guys. I don't know if this will. Let's see if we can see. I'll just share this. My little cute grandson, he knows I like stuff like this. So look, he made me this little piece of thing here. So isn't that cute? He has, he made this a year or two ago and he was probably, so he's like 8 years old. Now he's around 10. So that makes sense, right? 10 minus 2 is 8. Anyway, isn't this cute? It says love. I have it here in my craft room, but I got to find a better place for it because it just fell. So like I said, this is a super thick one, and I did not use this thick. So let's see. I'm going to tell you. Right now how thick this is. This is so it's like, okay, so this one is about 1/8 of an inch thick, or look, I'm going to try and be really smart. There's 1, 2 or 3, and it's this part. So I don't know if it's millimeters. I think it's millimeters, right? Or is it centimeters? I don't know. It's 3 over here, like 3 of those little ones, and then 1/8 of an inch. So it's really thick and hard. But what I used, it was even thinner. Can't believe. I didn't think I was going to be showing this, so I don't know. I just glued 2 of them together, and they were still thin enough that it could bend. I just bent it myself, That's what I did. So I just bent it myself. And then I took a piece of muslin and I glued it on here. Now I use Fabri-Tac, and that's why there's all this weird look, but it's going to all be covered up. So it doesn't matter. I don't care. It doesn't matter if that's what it looks like. But I use Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix. Fabri-Fix, Fabri-Tac, and 4-in-1 Beacon is basically the same. Look, I got it from Walmart. Hey, and people who use this in America, my Walmart for some reason has the old tips. So it's so much better, right? So this is whatever. So it's what I can't even tell what it is because they covered it. It's Walmart's sort of dumb like that. Anyway, so it's the same, but it's, you know, I think it's like, I don't know, it's like an acetone base. So anyway, so I just put that on there. Dries super quick, that's why. So I put this, I just glued it on here first, and it was just, the flaps were by themselves. I turned it over. I used one of these to measure, because I don't have it, so let's pretend this is it. I used one of the covers before I glued them down. We'll just take that off. Look, how's that? I used one of the covers and I put it in between like this. I don't know if you can see. I put it in between. I drew a line right here like that on each side. And then I glued down the covers like this. And that's it. I glued it down, make sure it was nice and glued down. You can see it's all glued down good. And I made it thicker. So I tried to estimate how big I'd make. And I know that the smaller spine was going to be not good, so I guess I could keep this. I'll throw this away. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to stay picked up because I've been working for... Okay, so you can walk in my room. It looks really great. I'm working on two shelves is all I got left. Yay. Oh, I hit you. I'm so sorry. And I got a new ring light, which works great. The other one broke. And has a new little arm thing that holds my phone so I can see that better. So that's great. Anyway, I'm happy all along. Okay, so this is going to be my book. Oh, it feels, I wish you could feel this. This is so nice. Oh, nice. And, okay, so that's my book. So I decided to just glue my pages in. Not glue them in. You know, I'm doing Rachel's Way. But I think I just sewed them in. I don't think you can really see. I just sewed them. I chose to use, okay, so remember this one was a little too, I'm going to sit down now because it's hard for me right now. Like this. Let's go like, there you go. Okay, so remember I said this one was kind of messed up with the size, so I added Mookie on the side. I was able to add, because when I got to look at it, remember I wanted to add this this on there, so I was able to put that one on there. And I just added some sari silk and just other little things to hang over the edge, because I kind of liked how that looks. These are linen buttons. I got those from I got the linen buttons from somewhere in England, so that's nice. This metal, I use metal thread to attach them. So that's about all I did that was different. But that way, see, it kind of did that. So I went ahead and sewed mine together already. I don't know why she's not doing the tops yet. I went and did it because, I don't know, I'm impatient. My name's Pandora. I thought I would say that again. My name is Pandora. My father wanted to name me Pandora. My mother wanted to name me Pam. So they named me Pandora. They call me Pam. Now, the reason why no one really calls me Pandora is because my father died when I was 10. And so, you know, no one really called me that. So he would call me Pandy. No one calls me Pandy. But he used to. He died when I was 10. And my husband sometimes calls me that in cards and stuff. I'm not called Pan, P-A-N. I suppose I could, but I hate that. And the reason I hate it is because after they were divorced, my mom and dad, they were divorced right about when he killed himself. And so I meant to say when he died. Oh, well. So she got remarried because she was raising 2 kids alone on her salary. They didn't, you know, women didn't really make that much then in the early 60s or late 60s. So she married this guy, and he was a nice enough guy. He was nice, but he would call me Pan. He refused to call me Pam, called me Pan, and I hate it now. She was only married for him a couple of years. He ended up being a little bit abusive and stuff, so we left and came back to California and lived with her mom. Anyway, so yeah, I don't go by Pan. And most of the people, okay, so this one lady at my church, she goes, why did you name your shop? How'd you come up with the name? I go, well, it's my name. And she goes, it is? I go, yeah, because, and I've been at this church now for how long? Like 35 years. And I've known this girl most of that time. And yeah, she didn't know my name was Pandora, because that's my name. And so anyway, the reason I'm telling you this, because I sewed mine together, because you know why? I can't stand to wait, and I can't stand for, so I think I get what she's going to do, because I've made junk journals. So, and I wish I sewed mine down like Sarah did, but I didn't. So I don't know, it's not the end of the world. And so these are fine. I just sewed them on. I'm not going to do anything. I like all the fray, like this. I like all the fray. Look, you're a little crooked. I'm going to mess with you. Like that. There we go. Oh, I like this new setup a lot. Okay, so like that. And then I sewed him on his thing. So I'm trying to think if I did anything new since I told you. I don't think I did. I put some little... Oh, I had to add some more up here, because for some reason this was shorter. I guess I didn't pay attention to that. So I added a little bit more up here, just some fabric, and just put gookie over it, like some little bit of beads. Oh, I added my little bird. I didn't like that bird that I had there, so I made my own, where he's singing to fill his nest up. And yeah, so. Okay, so now, and I went ahead and sewed mine together like this. So I just tacked them together down there and down there. And so now here's the rest of the pages. So I was estimating how much I need, because if you see, this is pretty thick right there. I think I measured this, and I decided we're about, because there's 3 here, I decided we need 3 more, I think, like it's how it will go. So the 3, this is how I came up with my thing. The 3 was about 1 inch here, like there, there's just almost 1 inch. So I made it 2 inches. I decided to make it 2 1/4, just in case it gets even more bulky, which it might. So it will fit in here. And then when we get around to it, I'm assuming that this is what they're doing. So when we get in there, we're going to sew them through here into the spine, and Rachel, I'm sure, is going to show you all that through here. So each one will be like a page, like this, like that. So there'll be, I forget how many there are. Like this will be the signature thingy. Anyway, and then what will happen is I'll put something here, either nice paper or fabric, or I don't know, and this will all be covered up, because this will be sewed in like this, and this little flap will be like this. So because that's going to be sewed in like that, and this, it'll be a, it's not going to be a hidden spine, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to sew it through here just like this. So then you'll have the sewing out here. And so that's why I made my spine cover that will be like this. I really love, I worked on this a while back, and so it's going to go. So once the spine is all put together, this will come and go like this and cover it, so that then the book will look sort of like this. If I decide I need more or less on this, I will add it. So the book will be closed like this, and then this will be just about like that. And you've seen Rachel, if you're a journaler and you've seen what Rachel does, she's done things like this before. But when that comes, I'll show you. And so it'll be like that. Whether or not I put a closure on it, I don't know. I don't know if I want to put a closure, but so this will be just like that. Won't it be so pretty? I haven't decided if it'll be like that or like this. I think maybe like this. Okay, so there's that. I want to show you a couple other things I made. When I was picking up, oh, I wish I had enough guts to show you. I don't think I took a picture, but it was a mess before. So anyway, so the other day, because I like to stitch all the time. I should make a snippet roll and put it in my shop, but I like to be stitching. Since I was done with that, I stitched this. Look how pretty. Now I saw this this was some kit I bought. I didn't think I like it. So when it came and it was in my underneath everything. So I thought I'm going to go ahead and make it. So I went ahead and made it, but I used different fabrics. Rosemary, if you watch, this is some of your rusty fabric. Thank you for sending me that. You're the best. So I used some of the rusty fabric here that she likes to do boil books, and she loves the rusty look. So yeah, I just used this like this. I added a little bee here that was one of the bullion knot beads that I saw from I almost had it. We even exchanged journals, and her name won't come. Kathleen Sunby. She had done one in one of her, if you're on the Facebook group, you saw probably one of her bees. So I went ahead and did one of those. Only she did hers like sort of flat flying. I did mine sideways flying. I almost put pollen down there, and I might still, but I didn't do it yet. So this turned out super cute. Maybe this will go in my book. I don't know. If I think I need to fill it up more, then I'll do that. And of course, I still have my other backing that I haven't done anything with yet. So we'll wait for that. And while I was picking up, I found it fell behind the desk. Look at that. The cute little bird. So I think I'll use that on a tab somewhere or something. I had already put these together, so I didn't feel like it really went anywhere. So wherever I want to put it, I'm going to have to plan for that. So it'd be kind of cool to put it like down here somehow, like, cause see how things are here. I don't know. See, I don't know. But is he the cutest thing? So I don't know how that happened. I don't know where he is or how that happened. So I have this guy that I might use. And then I spent yesterday making a lot of little snippety pieces like this to maybe use. So yeah, I'm excited to start next week. And I found this guy. I think, Rachel, this is on one of your things and it must have came off. This would have been perfect to put on the bunny page. I already sewed it down. Let's see here. Wrong side. See, you see how these are here? That's what we're going to do. So when you're doing your journals, you sew them in, like if this was a signature and you had all your page, you'd sew right here. So I'm assuming that's what she's going to do. Each of these we're going to sew on the spine. Okay, so here's my bunny. See, I wanted to put this somewhere, and this was down here. That doesn't really, but see, look, if I put it anywhere, it's going to take away from what's happening. I wish I knew I had this. I put it in my pile here to use later, but look how cute. I'm assuming this is from her. If it's not, it's from someone else. And I don't know what happened, but I'm going to use it somewhere. So there you go. Oh, and there's my button, my pretend icicles. Okay, so look. I also made some other things. Like I said, I'll show that another time. But I also made other little snippets that I could insert then, because I like the idea. So let's say it's like this, about like this. I like the idea of stuff sticking out here too, just like Sarah. So I would say I'm a little mixture of Sarah and Rachel some. How cute. And I might even take this, because it's a little bit... it's a little bit mooky. It's a little bit poofy. I was thinking I could take, I have some favorite safety pins, and I could safety pin something on here, dangling down. But I'll do that when we go to put it together. So this is just a short video. I thought I would just show you that. So it's not that hard. Like I said, it's not even perfect. I mean, it's the perfect size because I cut it. But then it's flexible. It's not a big deal. It's flexible. See? So it could be as flat, or you could have just had it flat. It could be flat. I wanted it a little curved. So by the time you curve it and put glue on it, the glue kind of holds it in that shape. So then you just have to think, if I decide to put an embroidered piece on each side here, then that's going to even make it thicker. So I'm thinking this will be a great size, because I didn't want it to be way too much of a chunky monkey like this, like coming up. I didn't want it to be like this. You know what I mean? I kind of want it to be with the spine. It could be a little bit. So, yeah. So it will, when it's all done, when I'm all done with it, it will determine whether or not I do something chunky here, or if I just put some pretty paper down and glue it down. Sew along the edge or something, doesn't matter. So it's not so much matter. You just want it to be something to hold the construction together. I'm sure there's a lot of other ways you could do. Like if you're going to do a hidden spine, then you could do a better spine here that you don't, you could do a better spine method. And I don't really want to, you could just, still need something like this, but you wouldn't be sewing through it. So you could make this a better color thing, like you could use something that, you could use a fabric. Like I know Rachel has shown this a lot. You can use a fabric where you're gluing it on top, you could use you could paint fabric and put it over this like this, and so that you don't lose this this stuff right here, because this is sort of, it feels very much leathery. I don't know if it is. And then you would clean this out better. I don't care about this because, like I said, I'm going to glue that other thing on top, and I'm going to try and get it down in there a bit, so that won't matter. So there's a lot of those kind of things you can do for the spine, but Rachel is probably going to show that, because what's her book look like? Does she show her book? I can't remember. Anyway, she must have showed her book. I can't remember. I thought she showed a book that was together already, but I'm sure she'll just tell you about that too. But I just thought they were talking about this, so I thought I would just give my example, because I only had this. I didn't have a spine. So Sarah was talking about if your spine was too narrow and you needed to make it bigger, you would cut off this, which is how these were. They were just separate, and then you would build your own spine, which that's what I did. Okay, well, yeah, I'm very excited. I love it. I'm thinking, I know I can't wait for next week. I want to work. So that's why I'm working on little clustery things. Let's see, just a minute. I'm going to go find those that I made yesterday. Okay, so I'm back. So I looked all the usual places. I couldn't find it. I did all this work yesterday, but I found a couple things that I've made that are not exactly, I did more detailed ones, but so I found this little piece of stuff here. So see, if I wanted to make anything, I thought it should be in this one bag here. So let's say if I wanted to have anything extra here to round out a page right here, I could put it right there. Maybe I'll do that. I could put that right there like that, would round it out. Or I probably won't do anything there because obviously it's already done. But so if I had room like here, it's already way over there. But so when I do my next page, if I want to put a little tab or something on like that, I also have this little piece that I made forever ago. And because I framed some of these in a little frame, and then I give them to friends for birthdays and such. So it's old lace and old button and, old veil. So bridal veil. So I have those kind of things. Anyway, when I find them, I will definitely show them to you next time, okay? So anyway. Okay, I'll fix that off camera. So anyway, so bye.